So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Cause if you didn't, now you know. Light it up, kid, give them a show. Be volcanic and just let it blow. Oh, make them shiver. They've been waiting for the real man, time to deliver. I'm magnetic, I move still. They can't feel it, soon they will. You spit electric, you shock with sight. Your sounds eclectic, the crowds ignite. They've been waiting for it, so just let them have it. Yeah, double stuff them like a sandwich.
Yeah, it's the Gtalk. Uh-oh, hold on. It's the Gtalk. It is Frankie.
Gtalk.
There he is.
Que lo que?
Who?
That only. Those words only exist in Dominican, but it means
Que lo que?
what's good.
Oh, what's good? I like that.
What's happening?
One more time.
Que lo que?
Que lo que? I like it. Que lo que? Coño.
Coño, look at that, man. We're 7 seconds into this
Oh my
informational.
Let's go, baby. We're going to teach a class.
Yeah, information out there, just like that.
La información.
Información,
Or was that the
correcto.
hospital? Información. The pharmacy?
No, farmacia
Oh,
is
okay.
pharmacy.
All right,
Información is information.
There you go.
Yes.
Everyone take notes. The class is going to
Look
start.
at 15 seconds. Información, que lo que es, farmacia.
You know, I did a boo-boo.
You did a boo-boo?
I forgot to change what's under the... Oh, you're still a fanatico oficial de Swiftie.
That's okay with me. Shit, that could stay there as long as it wants.
Okay. And I'm still a bona fide Swiftie. And someone might hear bona fide and go...
Why? Why not? It could be
boner fide?
Oh.
But either way, welcome to the Gtalk, everybody. This is pilot number 9.
Pilot number 9.
Pilot
already.
number 9.
Coño, how long did it take us to do this? Like a couple of weeks? Maybe 3 weeks.
Maybe 3 weeks. I'd say so. Yeah, maybe 3 weeks.
Just under 3 weeks, because I remember I was telling my a friend of mine that I just met, I got to do a podcast with my man, and we're doing our first pilot.
And they were like, who the coño? Who? ¿Qué lo que? That's awesome. And this is great. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
I had a little anxiety before.
Today?
Just now.
Now?
About the show.
Why?
Because this is going to sound crazy. You ready? I was like listening to all the different like pods we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, they're really good.
Yeah.
And we're just talking. It's just us, right? Here,
Yeah.
I'll put it in 360 mode. It's just us, right?
Hmm.
Bro, they're really fucking good. Oh, wrong one. And I said to myself, you know, yeah, little things I fix here, but
Mm-hmm.
they're good. And I'm like, wow, what a flow we have. And I started getting pressure, like
Really?
performance anxiety, like when you're with a girl. It's like, hey,
No.
where am I here? Hey. Aw.
Well, no, you know what?
I don't have it now. I'm bona fide.
No, I have a friend that she is binge watching every episode.
What does she think?
She's quote unquote best podcast hands down.
Wow.
Jay is very funny.
Let's go.
Yeah. And Jay's very funny.
She's feeling the flow.
She's feeling the flow.
She's not watching it for Jay, please.
Well, no, the
We know who she's watching it for. Hey.
no, but you know she.
Hey. You know Jay's really nice, yeah, but you know his partner.
Dude,
Wait, this is where she calls you Jay, right? I set that one up.
Yeah, that was clever.
That was como la seda. That was smooth.
Yeah, como la seda.
Finish yourself. I'm sorry.
No,
What did she say? Because
Um,
this is a men's... Bro,
yeah,
this is a men's podcast.
yeah, and all the feedback that we've
Like-
received thus far has been from,
Ladies.
and this is geared for men, and
Or so we think.
I know, right? What coño, like,
Isn't it crazy?
yeah, like you prepare for, to go out to dinner, but you end up at a picnic or something. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
It's a great analogy. It's like you're planning for a barbecue
Mm-hmm.
and you end up at like a black tie event or something. I
Yeah.
mean, because the women are always going to be higher class, right? I mean, come on, you got to go up. We swing up, right? But think about at our job, right? Well, you have so many. I mean, by the way, how was pick things up and put things down plays? You're like, which one? I pick so many
Yo.
things up and put things down. You know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink. I pick things up, I put things down.
Oh, okay.
From the commercial? How was it?
Coño, I don't know the commercial, but I'm going
Oh
to
my
guess. But I
God.
picked things up in 3 of my 4
I was
jobs.
going to say, wait, are you sure you're not Puerto Rican? You have so many fucking jobs. Or wait a minute. Is it Puerto Rican or is it?
Mexican.
Jamaican or Mexican, yes.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
hard
actually,
working.
no.
Hey, Jamaican me crazy, man.
You know the Heyman family?
From Living Color?
Yes.
Yes, bro. Oh, my God. I wanted to go there, and I couldn't. I don't remember the name. We're boomering a lot of people. And Living Color was so
goodness.
brilliant. Oh, my God.
yeah,
Here we go on a tangent. Go for it.
YouTube it, and just put
What are they
Heyman
called again?
family. Heyman family
Hey, man.
from Living Color. And this is a family that each family member had like 17 jobs.
I got to go to work, man.
Yeah. And the girl always loves somebody, the daughter.
Yeah. How
And
many jobs?
I think I love him. And then one of her boyfriends died, and the brothers run out of the house and like, where are you going? You're like, he just died. That means there's a job opening somewhere.
I got to go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I cannot believe you went there. That's so brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And guys, this is not scripted. There ain't nothing here.
nothing.
This is
Bro,
freestyling.
look, I have, that's my list. I wanted to talk about, I'm like, there's always something, it was all right. It was Action Park, right?
Yeah.
Which I have it on we'll show it in a second. I did some new thumbnails, by the way.
Okay.
I'll have to show it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see shit anyway, but not yet. But what was I gonna say? I already lost my train of thought. Whatever. But that in Living Color was so brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Chappelle's show,
Mhm.
right? Or I loved it. It was only a couple seasons. It felt like it was 20 seasons. It was so brilliant, every show. But in Living Color was different.
Yeah. It produced a lot of stars. That show produced a lot of stars.
It produced like the Wayans and like the biggest star is Jamie Foxx, right?
Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my God, that's right. Jennifer Lopez.
She
was
was
on there.
10 Points, the name of
Oh
the
my
group.
Oh,
The girls that used to
the Fly Girls.
The Fly Girls. Right.
Wait, hold on. Oh, where am I?
Coño, dale al botón.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Whatever.
guys. But, we're co-host and producing, and we're a 2-man team here. But actually, this guy's doing everything. I'm just sitting here,
This big fabulous official Swifty. No, but go on. Who else? I mean, it's a lot,
Yeah.
bro. That's a lot of stars.
Yeah. Well, what's the short, skinny guy's name?
The
Tommy.
the comedian. There was 2 comedians. I mean, come on, they're all comedians. But
Tommy something. I forgot his name.
who was the white female?
From the Fly Girls?
No, I think.
Oh,
she was
yes.
like blonde or something.
Yes, I
think she went
forgot
out to
her
some-
name.
It was just like a cauldron of talent.
Yes.
And in an age of like Arsenio Hall, right? Oh, this is a 90s boomer. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong thing. They're both blue. These glasses, I'm whatever. Another time. I got a Roadcaster here. I don't want to rep, but it's amazing. And my tinted glasses are messing up with the colors of the sounds. But in Living Color was just, it was, I won't say it was ahead of its time. It was creating the time.
It definitely
It was
created the
creating
time.
it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It was one of a handful of shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like help me out with this. Arsenio Hall.
Well, Arsenio Hall was a talk show.
But but that framed the 90s, like the culture of the 90s. I mean, if Bill Clinton didn't go on the Arsenio Hall show, there's no effing way he would have won the White House.
Mm,
When he played when he came out and played that saxophone.
Remember
that? He put the sunglasses on. Because Arsenio Hall was funny. He was a great interviewer, but he kind of like called up people out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
And he could look in people's eyes. I could only surmise. And he kind of was like pushing Bill, and it's kind of like, is this motherfucker is he gonna get up there and do what he's? Because they had to set it up beforehand, so that it wasn't a surprise, right? And Arsenio Hall just kind of like looks at him, and it's like I think there's a shot as Bill is up there, and he's kind of like doing the, and he's got the dark sunglasses on like the Blues Brothers. He looks so fucking cool, and whatever. And Arsenio Hall looks at him like, this mother bleeper's going to be our president, because I just made him like how Trump this year, the Joe Rogan show put him on the map. His son Barron told him, Dad, you got to go on the Joe Rogan show and do all these pods, right? Because that's how you're going to get out to the people, to young people. And this is one of the things I want to talk about MSNBC. I always have it on TV, but now I'm critiquing it. I'm not watching it anymore. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, one of the biggest reasons why Trump got elected was because he destroyed the young vote with young men. And it was the Joe Rogan podcast. It had like 50 million views.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, he came across on the podcast, dare I say it, normal, because everyone had been building him up, and he's probably a psychopath and a whatever. Not a psychopath. What's the other word when you're more than a narcissist? Sociopath, I guess, is a way to, right? When you don't have disregard for other people and you always think of yourself. Isn't that what a sociopath is?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm across from one right now. But long story short, going back to Bill Clinton, if he didn't go on the Arsenio Hall show, there's no effing way he would have been president, because it was tighter than people remember, and that turned the tide. And then he ended up being, I don't know if it happened before or after, was Rock the Vote, where he was doing a town hall with young people, and they asked him, they're like, boxers or briefs? And he's like, ho, 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 ho. And it's funny looking back now who he is and what happened. You're like, that is kind of creepy now, right? Like, it's like, and he answered the question. I think he said it was boxers or something. And that made him cool because everyone was wearing boxers. Like,
and he looked like a tighty-whitey guy, not for nothing.
I think he lied.
Yeah, I think so. He's looking around the room and he's like, you know what?
Get it? I think he lied.
Ba-dum-ba.
I did not. I didn't work on my. I did not work on. Move on. But yeah, Arsenio Hall show in living color. Trying to think what else. I mean, SNL.
Yeah.
That was one of the most amazing casts ever. Like Dana Carvey and or was that before? I mean, 92.
I mean, I don't remember SNL that much at the time, but in the 90s, boy, I'll take you back.
Yeah.
I used to watch Def Comedy Jam.
Oh my God! Yes, on HBO.
And it come on, I think at 11 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And all the young comics, you see them today: Tracy Morgan,
God,
Monique,
yes.
Carlos Mencia.
That became such a thing in my school that if you didn't watch it, you legit, it's like if you didn't watch Arsenio Hall and Living Color, Def Comedy Jam, SNL, and you weren't listening to because that was the music. I mean, dare I say it, music is the thing that held that all together, right? You think about the music explosion in like 92.
Yeah.
So many big albums came out in 92 and then 93 and defined the 90s. We just summed up the 90s culture.
Yeah, well, in the 90s, that's when hip hop really came out, and all the greats.
My God, Biggie,
came,
Tupac, right?
Yeah, they came out mid 90s. No, actually, early 90s.
Yeah.
And I remember in the 80s when I first heard it in the radio. Big Daddy Kane, Slick
Oh my
Rick.
God, yeah.
Who else? Rob Bass.
Oh yeah.
What
Everyone
did-
had the boom boxes and stuff in the playground.
KRS-One.
I loved that we would go to the playground. Someone would bring their boom box,
Yeah.
and they would bring like those big ass battery packs.
The D batteries,
Yeah, the
boy, and they
Ds.
take 8.
Oh my God!
And at the time, it was a pack
We're
of
boomering so many people, but you love it.
dude. There's kids here that are not going. They were like, "What the hell are they talking about? A boom box? Like
Describe quick 10-second thing in a boom box.
a boom box? Okay, take your iPhone, multiply it by 1,000. Okay, it's a thing like about this big. It has 2 big speakers and it has 2 cassette players.
Oh my,
Now, cassette players are something that came out before digital, before CDs, and you have a cassette. Now, you put the cassette in there and you close the door, press play, and you hear music. Now, what happens when the cassette, and it has, what would you call that thing? The
film? I
Coño.
guess?
Yeah, I guess like the film. If the film was to get tangled very carefully,
Oh, you got to be careful.
you have to pull it out, grab a
Very
pencil with an eraser, and hit back the man.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm there, bro.
Yeah,
I'm there. Remember making mixtapes where you would put like the one cassette on one side,
Yeah.
and then on the other side you had the cassette,
Mhm.
and like kids don't get it. They just they don't get it, bro.
yeah, and it's
Making mixtapes for a girl you liked, and hopefully
oh my God, what? So you I listen to the radio station, wait for the song that I'm
Right?
waiting for,
Recording
and
it
hit
from the
record.
st-
Yes.
Yeah. And if you timed it right, you got like the end of the stupid DJ.
Yeah, they always had us to mess it up,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah,
Fuck 98, the hood,
Yeah.
and now it's the Big Daddy Kane or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know.
Oh come on, man!
My music in my head is not 90s.
Yeah.
It's like Taylor Swift right now and like Gracie Abrams and like Charlie XCX. Like I'm not listening to them, so I can't even like do a 90s thing. But go on. I'm going crazy here.
Coño, I don't know where we were.
Well, we were talking. Well, I think we could put a bow on the importance of television in the 90s and stuff, and how it shaped our culture, because there was no internet.
Yeah.
Television
yeah.
was everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you could argue that our respite from the television was the movies, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
didn't see movies at home, even though we did have, at the time, was the VHS tapes.
Yes.
Right?
Now, kids, VHS tapes
Here
is
we go.
before digital, before DVD. They were tapes.
Kind of like cassettes.
Yeah, kind of like a cassette. A cassette would look like this.
How many times?
And a VHS, picture it about 20 times this size. And you put it into a VHS system. And
How would you put it, though? It would go sideways.
it would go sideways
Right?
like this.
Yeah.
And then you
love
press
this.
play. And hopefully somebody was kind and rewinds.
Kind of.
Because if the tape is in the middle, it's going to start from wherever the film is.
Oh, holy 90s jolt. Oh, my God.
Yeah. You guys remember Blockbuster?
Oh.
Blockbuster was...
Listen, you know what?
Jesus.
You know where we work, right?
Uh,
That was a Blockbuster.
No, it wasn't. It was actually at the end where the...
Part of it. No, it wasn't at the end.
Yes, it was
It
when
was on the...
where that halal spot is, to the left of the liquor store. I
went-
remember because
it went all the way to
No.
part of half of where we worked. Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
I know.
It was confirmed by our manager.
Because I've been there a lot. I used to call ahead. I'm like, yo, reserve this movie
Do you know
for
the
me.
back room, how it's separated like that? That
Yes.
part on, I believe, was
Okay.
Blockbuster.
Wow.
It did go all the way to the end. You're not wrong. I don't think you realize how far it went.
Yeah, no,
To-
I guess not.
But part of our work,
Mhm.
was, and I think even to some degree, I think they eventually moved into that. I don't know either way, but go on.
Yeah, no, but I want you to notice that I do say the name of these companies, and I don't ask for their endorsement. Why?
Why?
Because they don't exist no
Because
more.
they're gone.
You know, and these kids are talking about, like, why are they talking about things that don't exist no more? What's next? George Washington? George Washington. No, I'm kidding.
But because you know why, Frankie? Because they take for granted all the stuff that exists now. Say it with me. it might not exist in the future, and you'll be telling stories just like us.
Yeah, well, coño, I don't know how much developed it will become because it's pretty advanced right now. But you never know because, when the DVD came out, it was like, whoa, no more rewinding.
Whoa, remember that? And you could skip ahead to whatever part of the thing you wanted to release.
Yeah.
It wasn't zzz.
Yeah, or you got a chapter. Oh, boy, that was fun.
Right? You just say, hey, fast forward to the zzz. You have to hold on the button. You have to hold the button.
No, the advanced ones, you just press it once and it goes all the way back. Yeah.
Oh my God! It had the little record button in the center.
Yes.
Right. So that you remember? Oh no, the record button had a thing where you push the whole. I don't know. Whatever.
For the boombox, you had the play and record, and you press it down together.
Oh my God! I can't believe we're talking. I cannot believe we're talking about
Yeah.
this.
How we come up here?
My God.
Dude, if there are 40-year-olds here, they appreciate this. They're like, yo, I remember
Gen X,
that.
baby. Let's go. Gen X.
Am I Gen X? I don't know. I can't.
Just your honorary. After describing that, I think no Gen X person would ever kick you out of the X. No.
Yeah,
no.
I don't.
No, everyone's always welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, just wear your flannel and your French cuff rolled pants. Actually, it's a little earlier, but remember French cuffs? Did you French cuff your pants?
Yeah.
Of course you did. You were Dominican, and the Puerto Ricans all did it, and you said you dressed like a Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
So.
And in fact, at the time, if your pants were baggy, you could French cuff the bottom and make them baggier. Make them baggier like
Dude,
that.
Just like, say it with me, MC Hammer.
Yeah. I thought you was going to say hammer time.
Hammer time. I was hoping you'd jump in, but wow, the 90s, holy crap! I'm
sorry, that is the last, and no offense
God.
to nobody, but that is the last great generation we will ever see.
I think there's one more. It's our kids' generation. Trust me on this, Frank.
Well,
what they're gonna go through, and the art and all the stuff that's gonna come out of it, and our children's generation, and I think your children are a little older than mine, but I think they fall within the same. I don't know whatever letter they're at. Whatever. We were the first letter generation, the X, and then it was Y, G, A, O. Yeah, it was fucking BINGO, whatever. The bingo generation. I guess that's my parents. They're playing bingo and. Well, let's move on from this. I don't even know how the hell we got on this topic.
I have no idea how we got here.
No idea.
It started with In Living Color, and it
just framing the generation, right?
Coño, I might have to look up the tape back because
you brought it up and how it. Oh, let's put a bow on this by how many people. All those stars were big in In Living Color, right? So you had Jamie Foxx and Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers. They produced a lot of Marlon Wayans and all this stuff. It just was a cauldron of talent, right?
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx is the biggest star. Would you agree?
No, it has to be Jim Carrey.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, did Jim Carrey win Oscar? I mean, I know it's funny how they both started serious, right? I'm sorry, funny. I mean, Jamie Foxx had some of the wildest. Didn't he do Moesha? Was he the one that did the one where he's like, and he had a big butt or whatever? Was that was Jamie Foxx with his lips out and stuff? And listen, this is a fact.
That was.
I'm not trying to please.
Oh my goodness. Her name was Wanda.
Right.
And the character.
That was Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah.
He was brilliant. Still is brilliant. And then, but it was all funny and kind of like,
hey. That's how you used to say.
That's why I say hey. It's because of Wanda.
With the big lips and shit.
Bro, you could say it. I can't get away with that. So my friends, sorry. My brothers are like, yo, hey. But
I got you.
I got you. Oh my God. Just do it one more time. With your lips.
I got you. Because she was a little cross-sighted too.
I can't do it. I didn't earn it. Sorry. Can't do it, kid. No, I'll leave it to my brother here to do it. But let's put a bow on that. Thanks, crickets.
Oh my God, that was gonna come out my nose, dude.
I'm just hitting random buttons, bro. It's just happening.
Oh my God, that was good.
Let's go, baby. Drink up.
Shit, wait, I'm scared to drink now.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that's you burping up the 90s right there.
Dude, it
that's
was
you
stuck
burping
up here, and that was.
Oh my God.
That would have been on camera, though. This would have been viral.
Oh my God, that's so great. But let's put a bow on that because I want to talk about MSNBC and how they're just in these types of
Perfect transition.
perfect transition because
Yes.
of how a lot of those kids in the 90s, like myself, grew up and looked towards like an MSNBC. Can we put a bow on the amazing Jamie Foxx? Amazing, but I think he's won more awards. Not that it matters the awards or whatever, but I think his roles have been
he played
significant.
Ray Charles in the movie Ray, and that was outstanding acting.
My God.
And
he sang all that stuff. The kid didn't he put out?
Oh yeah, with
Ain't
Kanye.
nothing but a gold digger. I said digger, by the way. I'm just gonna you know what?
It happens. Guess well, you're on mute. You know that, right? Okay. Oh, what, you taking advantage of something?
Everything I feel like it's such a 90s mentality. It's like being white in the 90s when like hip hop culture came on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what I wanted to say. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is a hot take, but I think anyone could relate. Because you had the Rodney King things, things. I say things because it was the beating, then it was the court case, then it was the riots.
Yeah.
It was things. It was a domino effect that just changed. Then the OJ thing, it changed the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was all culture wars, right? That was the origin of culture wars, was it not?
Yeah,
the 90s.
mean, with Rodney
we created
King,
it.
I mean, you got the tape here that clearly you see, I think it was 4 or 6 cops beating the snot out of him.
Taking turns.
Yeah, and found innocent. And everybody's like, with the tape right there, you're saying that was justified.
Right.
Are you? I can't blame him.
But dare I say it, and I'm going to go there. He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's not George Floyd.
He's not George Floyd.
And George Floyd, arguably, and this is why I think it's repeating all over again, is kind of like the Rodney King of this young generation, is it not?
Well, no, I mean, it started
like
even
jacked
way
up
back.
on steroids?
It started way back. Amadou Diallo.
But as far as a global thing, this thing went, Frank,
Well, I mean,
this thing went global.
Well, George Floyd went global. Cell phones. I mean, you saw somebody being murdered.
You saw it.
Yeah, it was the most painful 8 minutes plus I've ever seen. And I couldn't even see the whole thing because I'm
tingling right now remembering it.
And it was only 2 cops, and it's like all these people, and it's like, guys, we could probably, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to relive that moment.
Yeah, me neither.
But
damn, this took a left.
Whoa.
When this took a left.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, rewind.
Be kind.
Yeah, so MSNBC.
Yeah, let's move on. But you remember MSNBC, I think, happened in the late 90s or early 2000s, right?
I just started following them.
Something like that,
maybe
right?
like 8 years ago.
But you know what the name means, right? And what it meant, right?
What it means or what it meant?
Well, what it was what it symbolized, and not symbolized, but like what their goal was. It was Microsoft.
Okay.
It was like Microsoft Network, Microsoft NBC. It was supposed to be, to my knowledge, if I'm getting this wrong, people, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be the most technologically advanced, deliver the news real quick. It was supposed to be some sort of, a presentation that was going to be different and revolutionize news and blah, 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 blah. It was supposed to be, and it was like, whatever, I don't remember anything about how it started because I don't remember giving a damn about it, to be honest with you. And later on, when Barack Obama became president, it became the place you would go to kind of, see how all us liberals, because I was a liberal at the time, were thinking about the world. And it became a hub and it just sucked up from CNN all the liberalism. And CNN was kind of like, dare I say it, I don't even want to go there. I was going to say the T word, but they kind of were confused of who they were inside and what they were on the outside is CNN.
Okay.
They were like Transformers, wink, wink.
Got it.
Get it? Kind of whatever. Yeah. But so they lost their identity after the Gulf War. I'm boomering a lot of people. But MSNBC was supposed to be this technological thing and partner up with Microsoft and Bill Gates and all of them. That's where they get the MS.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the disease, right? But somewhere along the way, they just kind of fell back into regular. They started looking just like all the other freaking networks. They started looking like Fox and whatever, because it just was. I think that they had stuff on screen and whatever. But the reason why I bring this up is another reason why, other than being the podcast election, so many people were getting their news on TikTok. I mean, Frankie, where do you get your news?
To be honest, I watch MSNBC.
Okay, so you're still
and
acceptable.
I just started watching them maybe 8 years ago, because whenever I watch it, I fact check. It's to me, facts are very important because I saw Fox.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning,
You're fact checking them, or you're
what they're saying. If they say, "Oh, Trump did this," it's like, okay, let me see if I can find more information about this.
Okay, so it's almost like going to class.
Yeah.
I think that's an accurate description of how they see themselves.
No,
to be
because
honest with
with all the bull snot, they. Well, you think I was gonna curse? I'm not gonna curse. I don't curse. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying?
You're a hombre del pueblo.
¿Cómo? Hombre del pueblo.
You're hombre del pueblo.
Yo no hablo malo.
You know what?
Oh my goodness! Keep going like that. So I'll imitate your voice, and that's probably a really bad idea because I would say,
bad idea. It would be like this. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Go for it.
Okay. I don't care what this motherfucker says. This son of a bitch think he's fucking all that. No, fuck Fox News and fuck Trump and fuck all these motherfuckers that think that they all that.
Good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. I haven't cursed that bad in a long time.
Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't want to do that, but I didn't know what else to do. You put me on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I took my
we're
swing.
30 minutes in. Nobody's listening. Trust me. No one's ever going to hear this.
I took a swing, and it was a foul ball.
No, that's fine. No, you placed that like Robinson Cano after his dad pitched him. Boom.
No, but yeah, my thing was, I had a verify the information was accurate because after everything I seen on Fox, I was like, these guys just continue to blatantly lie.
Right.
And I was like, wait, are you guys doing the same? And
this is during the Obama administration?
Not really. I really got
8 years ago would be somewhat within it, right? No, not really. No.
That was during Trump.
Wow. Oh my God. I feel like the last 8 years is, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what year it is. It's 2012, right?
No,
it's coming. Life's coming to an end for everyone, right? 2012.
Oh yeah.
The Mayans. Go on. Sorry, go. Your news.
Yeah. So I remember when.
Like you're fact checking stuff and.
Yes, because it was important, especially when Biden won. That's when they took the gloves off and just said whatever they wanted to say.
Do you think it was worse than what Obama got? I really think that news took a turn for the worse, and I think this is a brilliant lead-in because I'm going to tell you why MSNBC needs to completely change the game now,
mm-hmm.
and they could be ahead of it and really be a true news source. But
mm-hmm.
go on.
Yeah, well, I remember during the Obama years, I don't know who, but they made a compilation of Fox News. And there was, the big story that rocked the nation was when Obama asked to have mustard put on his burger.
Oh my God. Or the tan suit.
Or the tan suits.
Oh my God. How stupid.
Or the...
one more time, because people might not... It's a while ago. Say one more time, real quick. Because it's just us. No one's listening. Can you tell people what the tan suit thing was in about a sentence or two?
He wore a tan suit and...
You could stop there.
Yeah. And Fox News lost their stuff. And to that is the credibility of it. Oh, and they went on a date. Remember when they went on a date? It rocked the nation. Like they made it spent hours talking about it.
I mean, bro, they went on a date. He's got time to go on a date with him. The world is blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, here we go again. Or he'd play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
One of the fittest presidents that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Right? And there he is running around, actually hitting J's and stuff. There's a great video online where he walks into a random gym somewhere in the country, and they must give him the basketball, and he's kind of like, he double checks in his head. He's like, should I do that? He's like, screw it. And he's at the 3-point line, and he just buries it, and he walks away. They're like, oh. He's like, that's what I do. That's what I do. And he just walks out the gymnasium. It's the most badass thing I've ever seen. It's so great. Next to him singing like The Amazing Grace, where he's sitting there, he's like, amazing. Like he thinks about it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Like you see the moment where he's kind of like, because he's delivering a really powerful speech. I think it's in Arizona or something. I don't remember what it was. Someone died. It was some event. He's speaking in Arizona, I think, and he's up there, and it gets very quiet. And there's a lot of people in the background, like, go on, brother. And he must have taken him there, or he must have had it planned already. He's like, he didn't know if he had the balls to do it. And then all of a sudden, he just goes, oh, amazing grace. And then like everyone's like, and they all start, and he actually hits the notes pretty well. I don't know. I think it's Amazing Grace. I'm pretty sure it is. YouTube it. It's brilliant. But go on. Fox News just destroyed everything.
Yeah, there is. If a Democrat, they just pick apart these anything that a Democrat, they just tear it up, and I believe they could cure cancer. A Democrat could cure cancer.
I know where you're going. Go.
And Fox News would be like, oh, look, now they just killed all these jobs for the pharmaceuticals to treat cancer for these people. They came out with the cure. Now all these people are going to lose their jobs.
It would be like a red box at the bottom of the screen. Democrats use cancer to gain voters or something.
Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like Pfizer stock just dropped, 20 points.
Democrats are not into, you know what I mean? A big business or whatever. Oh my God. It's terrible. Or the other way around. Hey.
I mean, again,
you know what I'm saying? Democrats, it's that. MSNBC, I'm telling you, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna rip, but go on.
Yeah, no, I'm good for now. I want to see what you got, cause.
But go on. Where else do you get your news? I mean, where are you fact checking?
I will go to, for example, when.
Do you fact check with like Fox News or the Drudge Report, which is one of my favorite places to go? I absolutely love.
No, and I normally Google the information, and then everything comes out, and I go. Site by site to see what they have.
You're letting Google fact check you.
Well, yeah, I think most people do. That's really the only thing. Like except for somebody once told me when Hurricane Maria happened that Trump was throwing paper towels to Puerto Ricans, and I was like, "There's no freaking way that's true."
He did,
and I Googled it. And
it was like the first thing that probably popped up.
100,000 videos popped up, and I pressed play. I'm like, and I didn't believe the first video I saw or the second video. I thought it was doctored.
And that was years ago, before AI really was.
I really thought it was doctored until I saw the 5th or 6th video, different angles. I was like,
can I ask a question though?
With the wrist,
he was like, he was MJing it. He was like.
He thought he was Curry. I could not believe. I was like,
Trump for 3.
Hurricane level 5. Level 5 hurricane. The eye of the hurricane passed through the island. He went there with paper towels.
But I want to go. Can we divert the hurricane of criticism back to where I need it to go? Fox News. Let's go back to Fox News. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I have an idea what you're doing here. Because some conservatives, Joe Rogan would say this. You are letting Google, which has, they believe, they being, I'm about to fill in the they. You can't get me, people, on the they. I'm about to tell you who they is. Because people one day will be like, you're using they. When you make an accusation, you got to be specific. Okay, I will be. Every conservative on earth would say Google's liberal leaning and pushing and suppress Trump's thing. Listen, I have no horse in this race. It doesn't matter to me. I don't use Google. I use a number of things to fact check. Mm-hmm. And part of it is my own common sense, and I run it through the equation in my head. Mm-hmm. X plus Y equals Z. If I put myself in this person's spot or in this situation, how would I react? How would people around me react? I know conservatives and liberals around me that are really beautiful, great people, and I have an idea how they live their life and their morals and their ethics. I could then put those integers in that equation and find my way there and fact check it on my own and see if it makes sense. And then I might go to a conservative leaning spot, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's how I do it. I imagine you do it in some way, shape, or form like that in your own way, right?
You may call me a liberal.
Can I call you a dreamer?
Whatever, I'm right down Broadway. I'm straight.
You're not.
I am.
You're not.
Okay, you could say.
You know how I know?
What is that?
Of all the people that I hang out with, and most of them are conservatives, you are not down the middle. You are what you are. There is no middle. I'm not trying to be
the middle's the truth.
No, the middle's not the truth.
Of course it is.
The middle's compromise.
The middle is the truth.
The middle is compromise, my friend.
No, the middle has been compromised by both sides.
No, it has not.
Dude, you can't change facts. Facts are facts.
There is no middle in this country, Frankie.
No, you know why?
There isn't.
Because people think. They think they got to choose a
You
side.
think that's their problem?
They think they got to choose a side.
I wish they thought.
You don't have to choose a side. You can say,
Who's
you know
they?
what? I'm in
Everybody.
Everybody. Yes, I'm talking about the country. You don't have to choose sides. You choose. You know what this is? Oh goodness.
I'm going to prove to you, but go on. Go on. I'm going to prove to you. We're going to do a thought exercise. I'm going to prove to you what I just said is right.
Oh my goodness. This dude has an algorithm of placing things to prove a point, which is brilliant, by the way.
Hold on. Let me get. Hold on. Ready.
We are going to make sure that we fact check this.
All right. So
I got the algorithm on our side, right? Algorithm?
You are absolutely correct.
Let's see. Look, there are issues that I agree with on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the people that want to be on those sides.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
What's the middle?
The middle's the truth. The middle
That's
is
not
the
an
truth.
issue, though. That's not an issue.
The
truth. You're saying the truth is never on left or right?
The truth is bent by both sides, and depending.
You don't believe that.
I do believe that.
No, you don't. You don't think your side bends the truth, or else you would.
I
you
do.
call yourself out.
Let me correct this. There are things that they say or believe,
Who's
or
they?
whatever, the Democrats,
There you go. Okay.
and that I completely disagree with.
Name one.
Let's see.
Transgender
Transgender in schools.
What about that? What do you believe?
I don't think that's anybody's business. I don't think that's anybody's business. I think it's between the kid and the family.
But it is the business of the school, because then they have to
The
provide.
business of the school is to educate that child.
No, they have to provide according to the ADA, the Americans for Disabilities Act, and for, I believe it falls in that they have to do accommodations for, like, bathrooms and all that stuff.
Wait,
They have to make sure, or the public. I'm quoting the wrong thing, but I know where you're going here. But it is their business as a school. They have to make sure they provide the
if
right.
a kid is gay,
Not gay kid. Transgender, where they
wait, how many transgender kids do you know, or seen?
Listen, I'm not. I don't care about the subject. I'd rather not go there because it's going to destroy this video. But my point is this: what else? I mean, because I think there's quite a few liberals, true liberals, that wait a minute. You said no. Liberals think it's the same thing. You took a liberal stance.
What do you mean?
Because a conservative stance would be, it is everyone's business, and it's the complete opposite of what you said. That's not an anti-liberal stance, what you just said.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's everybody's business. I don't think that the school should be involved in.
Conservatives think that they should. You're not taking a middle-of-the-road stance. You're taking a liberal stance.
Okay, so it's conservative.
According to my conservative friends, not me.
So conservatives think that it's okay for a school to adjust their entire education system to.
That's not their argument, but they should be involved and they should address it.
No, why? That is.
I don't know. Ask a conservative.
You see,
I don't know.
and because it's like, that kid, his family needs to help him with this. You know what I'm saying? If he has friends, whatever. But the teacher,
I don't disagree with you, Frank. I'm on board with that. But
Yeah.
you just proved my point. I asked you for, and I'm not trying to like, corner you, but most of my liberal friends cannot name more than one, maybe one thing that they agree with their conservative friends. Most of the time, they say something very innocuous or something. When Trump, they might say something dumb like, when Trump said that, she's going to, I don't know, whatever, throw some sort of thing about China.
So when Trump said, your children are going to school as Peter, and when they come back home, they're Petra.
I don't remember what he said. But,
he says something that the kids go to school.
What's your point?
That straight up bullshit.
That's not. But see,
he said.
Any conservative listening to this is going to laugh.
Dude,
what you just did.
I feel like we're changing lanes without signaling.
No, man. I've asked you one simple question, and it's like,
okay,
what's the one thing that you agree with conservatives?
With
and don't make it innocuous. I mean, like an issue.
Oh, that I agree with conservatives.
That was the question in the beginning.
I thought you said Democrats.
Or against Democrats. No, you are a Democrat. You're a liberal.
I'm not a Democrat. Not a Democrat or Republican. I am
independent.
Independence. Yes, I'm an independent.
When a liberal doesn't want to admit they're a liberal, is what my conservative friends would call you.
I mean, I don't.
You know what Republicans.
I can't control other people's opinions,
and that's a very healthy mindset. But it is a fact that you're identifying yourself as an independent, and there's a large chunk of the population, and many of my friends are. I'm not saying me, because I technically would be independent because I've divulged or I've told the Democrat Party. I didn't send them an email, but they could go bleep themselves because it's just no. I don't agree with that anymore. Not all of it. I'd say I'm more liberal leaning than I am conservative, but a whole lot more conservative now based on the last 8 years. COVID helped a lot. Being in banking helped a lot. Dealing with a lot of customers that were straight out conservatives, but were open enough to kind of teach a hard left liberal to chill and calm down. I needed to calm down. I was say it with me, too loud.
A Republican is telling a Democrat to calm down?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But you got to understand, my friend, these are people that would never wear a MAGA hat. They had money. They were business owners. They were smart and still are intelligent people that you'd never know. They revealed to me, essentially, that's what. They didn't go around with like a bumper sticker on their truck because they drove freaking Escalades and stuff. You don't put bumper stickers on an Escalade, right? There's a joke about that by somebody. Poor people, I guess the joke is, or whatever. Put I don't know. I'm like, do I have bumper stickers? Yeah, I got stickers all over my truck, whatever. But no, it's. Let me. My conservative friends would say what you just did here was be a typical liberal. I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
But that's cool. I don't mind that because what does it mean to be a liberal? I think just the label itself is insulting. So why use it? Because in the same way woke, we talked about woke being something that calling someone a liberal is like calling someone, it's like an insult. Would you not agree?
Dude, being called a conservative or Republican is insulting.
But they don't take it that way. Being my friends and the people I know and the business customers, they don't look at it that way.
Dude,
they take it with pride. I'm a conservative. And they say it. They admit it. And they wish that liberals would.
Dude, once again.
I'm being real.
I'm okay, so for example.
Not saying I agree with that.
Would a Democrat say they want to see Trump fail? They want to see.
Yeah, they say it on MSNBC all the time. Joy Reid, would you like to?
Democrats would say, I want to see Trump fail. I want to see the stock market crash. I want to see everything bad happen under Trump.
MSNBC basically says that, but they're a lot more couth than that. Okay. Because when Fox News said that, basically, for the Obama administration, I thought that was such nonsense. They didn't have couth.
And this is, okay, perfect. I'm glad you said that because now it comes down to my final thought on this.
Go for it. By the way, you're handling this really well. By the way, I'm really proud of you. I'm being real because I'm not trying to test you. I'm just going with the flow. But I know if my friends listen to this, they say that I wouldn't be authentic, right? Audacious if I didn't push back because this is what the show's about.
No.
So please go for it, man.
This is the difference when you can have an adult conversation and and share your opinions in a respectful way, and Gtalk. You know what I'm saying? This is a safe place. Gtalk.
Gtalk. I need to get you on there too. El Gtalko. Go. Come on. Say your thing.
So this is the bottom line. I believe in one of the previous pods, I said, we're never going to be great unless we work together.
I thought you were going to say, we're never, ever getting back together. Oh, sorry. Go on. I'm trying to lighten the mood. Go.
Somebody said a great analogy that I think is the absolute truth. I don't know if I shared it with you before.
No, I don't think so.
Democrat and Republican go elephant hunting.
Oh, you did, but go on. Say it's worth a repeat. Go for it.
They both shoot the elephant. The elephant lands on both of them. They are stuck under 1,000-pound elephants. And instead of using their combined knowledge and power to get this elephant off of them, they'll spend the next 4 years arguing as to whose idea was it to go elephant hunting in the first place.
Yes, it's so funny. I've heard that's told in different ways. It's so true. That's a great joke, right? Because you take the different integer, you could replace it, right? But go on, finish your thought.
But it's the same. It's the same thing. It's like, this is gonna get to the point that it's gonna be like Israel and.
You don't think it already is? For God's sake, the Democrats. I mean, there's a freaking government shutdown right now. It's December 19th, 2024, 7:42 p.m. They were debating on the floor, and Frankie, they were debating on the floor, and like the lady from Connecticut with like the purple hair, she looked like she just came from a rave, and she's like older and stuff. She's got like glasses like me, like dumb glasses. My lady, I'm not saying you have dumb glasses, but I mean. If I went purple, I'd be Laura DeMoro or something, whatever. The Connecticut representative. She's saying, oh, I'm like, oh my, here we go again. Here we go again. Another government shutdown type thing. But go on, because I want to wrap a bow on that, and I want to get your thoughts on the future of MSNBC. I have ideas. Rashida Jones, my lady, if you're still there. Like a midnight show that would be kind of like a politics type thing where it'd be more of a show, kind of, wink, wink, kind of like how Morning Joe is in the morning. And then like, imagine like a 2-hour like midnight lounge type show where it's not just news, it's pop culture and it's got people coming on and singers and stuff. Who could host a show like that? I wonder one day. But put a bow on what you were saying as far as...
and that's my bottom line. All this bullshit about Democrats and Republicans just continuously like... We share the same country. Shouldn't we want the same things?
You would imagine so.
What is the issue? It is
money.
I'll put it this way.
The issue's money.
Yeah, it's always money.
But you say it as Frankie, you say that as throwaway, and I'm not trying to pee on your parade here. That was very boomer. I didn't even deserve the wah wah wah. I didn't even deserve the whole. It's the. It wasn't even good enough. But at the end of the day, finish your thought. I don't want to interrupt, but it's kind of like, bro. It's money. It's all about fundraising. That's why they, and y'all know who they is, all the people in Congress and the Senate, it's to make money. It's to get Kamala Harris was $1 billion in donations. Where did the money go? Conservatives are losing, my conservative friends are losing their effing mind. They don't know where Kamala Harris's $1 billion went. Where did it go? MSNBC ain't talking about it, but you turn over to Fox News and every so often, there it is again.
Are we that...
Hunter Biden's laptop, Kamala's money, Hillary Clinton's the emails.
The green M&M, the green M&M, the colored flag, Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like we got real issues, but we're worried about a green M&M. The boots aren't sexy enough. You know what I'm saying? Like that was an actual segment.
It was an actual segment on the 5, I think, or something like that. On Fox News.
The dude that got Tucker Carlson.
But it's all, I think The Five, which is the most popular news show, I think, on television right now, which I don't know why, because they're like a bunch of... Oh,
Four
my
Republicans and a Democrat. And,
oh, my God.
You know,
But it's entertaining some of the times. I've watched it a number of times, and I get entertained at some of the stuff and the way they talk about it. But after a while, it's like... Oh, my God. But go on.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done.
Okay.
That was good.
But, by the way, you are not an independent. You're an independent liberal. No, I say that jokingly because my friend, my friends who are conservative, not all of them, I think they're proud and they'll admit they're conservative because I think it's a safe place to be a conservative this time. You weren't admitting you were a conservative in the 90s, right, Frankie? It wasn't cool to be a Republican in the 90s.
I was good with the first George Bush. I was good with him.
After the war, he was the first president that I could remember that, well, I guess because of my age or whatever, that after the Gulf War of the early 90s, like the first time, like I was still am a big fan of U2, and they made George Bush, they would prank call Bono from U2, okay? You talk about Taylor Swift. The Taylor Swift of 92, like the Eras tour of 92, I'm boomering a lot of people. This is such a great lead-in. Was the Zoo TV tour by U2. They did like 200 shows. They went around the world. It was the biggest, hottest tour that wasn't Nirvana or rap or whatever. If you wanted the hottest rock tour, it was the Zoo TV tour. There was the indoor tour. Then they went out and they were selling stadiums. I guarantee if you ask Taylor Swift, and this is something I'd love to ask her if we ever interviewed her, one day, is with touring, was that an influence on you because of the way you set up the Zoo TV had all sorts of screens and stuff. It was multiple. It was like a barrage of like shit hitting you constantly. Visual, the music, it was more industrial. It was kind of the 90s sound. And it was the hottest tour. And they toured everywhere. And they used to prank call the White House every night. Bono would had a live dial. He had a telephone, the old fashioned, and he would sing like as Mephisto eventually. It's like, show me the way to go home. It was so funny. He was all dressed up and stuff. And and one day he would then like sing to the White House operator because they wouldn't let him through. And I think the show would start with like, "We will rock you," like it was all chopped up, and it was George Bush singing it, like because he said Iraq a lot, Iraq.
W or the first one?
The dad,
okay.
Dad, and he's like, we will rock you, and it was like almost like South Park. It was so funny, and then Bush became like a hit job for all artists. Rap started singing about him, and the whole thing. It became culture wars because of what was going on in power and everything. So long story short, everyone loved Bill Clinton, to put a bow on that whole Arsenio thing, because he wasn't George Bush. He wasn't Republican. He was something different, but he was kind of like from the South. So he kind of was a Republican, So, hey, Hillary, hey. And so even conservatives were like, okay, it's not cool for me to admit I'm a conservative. But with my friends, I could kind of tell him that he's got an accent from the South. He's from Arkansas. And I don't feel so bad voting for this guy because he kind of seems like he'd be a pretty cool guy to hang out with, right? And that was the thing about the second W. People would say, my friends would say the same thing. But George W. Bush, he seems like a great guy to have a beer with. And that's, Frank, you made a comment. I thought it was a brilliant, honest comment, not pandering, where you said, when I brought up Taylor Swift being president one day, I'm saying it facetiously, but maybe, who knows, I'm making a prediction. Who knows? I'll put it out there. I'll parlay it with, they have 3 kids. One day. I'm losing my train of thought here, but shit, I lost my train of thought with Taylor Swift. Let me go back to Clinton in the 90s. So to be a conservative in the 90s, right? You're talking about Bill Clinton. could easily have been oh, that's what I'm saying. You said Taylor Swift is great and all, but just because I like someone doesn't mean I'm going to vote for them. It was a very thoughtful thing. You remember saying that, right?
Yeah.
I said, would you vote for Taylor Swift? And you're like, yeah, I'd vote for her. And then you kind of like went, wait a minute, I don't even know what she's about. And I was like, okay, there we go. That's the real Frankie. Because the boy was like, hey, the boy in you is like Taylor Swift. The man in you is like, whoa, hold on, Taylor Swift. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is she about?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was very honest, right? And you still believe that, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm not going to vote for you because I think you're cool, Like, The Rock said he would probably consider...
Oh, everyone... After Trump, it opened up the gate. I mean, if Schwarzenegger was born here... Sorry to interrupt, my friend. Please, I'll throw it back into you in a second. If Schwarzenegger was born in America and had run for president, he would have been the first kind of Trump. He would have been the first... But he would... he had governorship, but he would have been the first celebrity president. But Trump ended up being the first because Schwarzenegger couldn't
Ronald
run.
Reagan acted.
It wasn't this. It's not the same.
I mean, not that level. Not the level of.
Listen, him going on television and saying, "Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm cool. I'm smoking cigarettes. Be like me. Smoke cigarettes, and then vote for me one day." Hey, no. That's not the same. Trump is a whole nother.
No, I mean Trump. I mean, he had a show. He's humongous in New York. He that The Apprentice made everyone know him. It was a top, 15 million people used to watch The Apprentice. It was the hottest show, NBC's Tuesday or Wednesday night. Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
Yeah, and I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes.
We were watching Living Color. But here's my point. I want to hear your take on this. I think most of the country's not like you, Frankie. They vote for people that they want to hang out with or they feel comfortable with. Look at, George W. Bush, and then people are like Obama. They're like, oh, he seems like a really great... And it became more about their character, not their ability to do the job. Or not even character, their personalities. Since Clinton and then George W. Bush, who came after? It was George W. Bush because Gore then lost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, who came after? It was Obama, right? And all people, and then it was... Trump, because he came on the scene. They're like, I can't be with no Hillary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like when Hillary went on Charlemagne the God's podcast. It's a show or something. Charlemagne the God has one of the most influential radio shows.
Power 105.
And she's like talking about hot sauce, and it sounded so fake and
that
inauthentic.
Was so
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Stupid. That was the dumbest shit she could have done.
It destroyed it
because
for her.
They say, oh, you got to try to relate to the people you're speaking to.
Hot sauce, bro. What are you gonna say next? Like when I'm curling my hair with the oil, whatever. Like you can tell
that was very, very.
Oh,
very
come
dumb.
on, bro.
And
it was so dumb. And she's such a smart. I would have loved to have seen what she could have done. Not even the first female president. I just liked a lot of the stuff she was talking about. And I thought maybe she could have carried on some of Obama's stuff that the Republicans at the time, were, threatening to repeal the ACA and all sorts of stuff and, environmental protections. And here comes Hillary. I'm like, okay, whatever. Hey, please take her. But nobody wanted to hang out with Hillary, not even the liberals. Nobody liked her. Frank.
I don't know.
Would you have hung out with Hillary? Be honest, bro.
If I probably
I'm zooming in.
I will probably not hang out with Hillary, but I would have voted for her.
Those are the conservatives that are clapping at you. Neither would I. She seemed like a superintendent of schools. Like, I'm sorry to all superintendent. It was like, and now the superintendent of schools, Hillary Clinton. It's like, oh God, we got to hear her talk. Oh, here we go.
Yep, I would have voted for her though. I saw the 2 candidates and I was like, you know what? I don't like either of them, but she makes more sense.
But that's my point, Frankie. That's why she lost. Because everyone got into the voting booth and said, you know
so
what? I'm not smart.
So that's why you said...
I'm sorry. I cut myself. I'm not smart when it comes to politics and the issues. I'm not smart. Oh my God. My friends are going to kill me on that. I can edit it out. I'm not... My conservative friends are... it's like I'm not.
My conservative friends are amazing.
But seriously, people started voting for people that they wanted to hang out with, and they said, you know what, screw it. I'm tired of this. You know, he seems like a cool guy. Because guys are 47 and 45 in their record of running for president. And say it with me, women are 0-2.
Yeah.
Now what?
So,
By the way, that was brilliant what I just said, but go on. I don't know how I just 47. I just like 47 minus 2. Just okay, 47 and 45 and 0-2. That's why you won't. That's why Taylor Swift would have to run as an independent, because there's no way the Democrats are going to run another woman. They're not. They'll be like, dude, Big Papi just eviscerated every right-hander that came in. Right? We're going to throw a left-hander at him. Oh, and then he hits it into the bullpen and they win. But go on.
That's why you said if Taylor Swift was to run, she would win because
I don't know if
of
I said
her
that she would.
popularity.
I didn't say if she. I didn't say she would win. I said she
would win.
could be president.
She would.
I think she might.
She would have all the Swiftie votes. And
That's
those
correct.
And those are probably the only votes she would get.
But the problem is, my friend, that's all she would need if she's a third-party candidate. She would be like Ross Perot in the 90s.
You know what?
Go back to the 90s, right? Ross Perot, remember him? Yeah, little Texas guy who was like 5 foot nothing. He was as tall as Bono. But that's all she would need, because if the Republicans would run out of candidate and the Democrats would run out of candidate, and she's the third candidate, and she has all the Swifties who has a mixture of both Republican and Democrat.
The Republicans will never vote for her. Republican Swifties will never vote for her. As a matter of fact,
I guarantee
I will say
I guarantee it.
that
The same way that they voted for Trump and people did it in quiet, they would do it in quiet for Taylor Swift. The women would do. Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
I seriously doubt it. The way Fox News trashed
Doesn't matter.
Taylor Swift, the fact that Donald Trump, the next president, put on his social media thing, I hate Taylor Swift. Yo, you know
Doesn't
how
matter.
classless that is? And this motherfucker won by a landslide.
No, he didn't win by a landslide.
He won by a lot more than...
Convincingly, but not a landslide. It's actually a lot smaller. Now, you know how I know? Because MSNBC keeps talking about it constantly. It's like, bro, by the way, we're an hour, 7 minutes in. MSNBC keeps talking about, he says it's a mandate for the country. It's a landslide. And they keep arguing the numbers like, bro, this is why MSNBC needs to change. We'll get to that in a second. Because it's like Chris Hayes and Joy Reid. It's like, guys, enough. You're the annoying effing kids in class that are so cool when we're talking to you directly, but then when the class starts, you become the smartest kids in class and you're so effing annoying. Shut the up. He won. Move on. He actually won you spent 4 years talking about how he didn't win the popular vote, but he was president. He actually won. Now move on. Enough. It's like he can't win by enough. If he won like Reagan did, where he won like every state but one, and Mondale won like his home state of Minnesota or some crap. It's like the MSNBC would be like, but he didn't win them all. Oh, God. But Taylor Swift, the whole thing, seriously, MSNBC, half of it is awesome. The other half, garbage. Because they're being told to do that garbage. Not that the people are garbage. How dare I? They're wonderful. They're beautiful people. They're great at what they do. They're just putting out product that's rancid and stank. And it's time to switch the gears. But put a bow on the Taylor Swift thing, and you were saying, go ahead. You don't think she would need 34% of the vote. Dude, 34% of the vote. And if how many people do you think are Swifties?
I would like to think
millions.
The entire country are Swift.
But you're right. No, I'm not disagreeing. You're right. They're not all Swifties, and a lot of people hate her because of Trump.
You know what?
You're right.
Yeah. And
own that, because it's a smart comment.
And to be 100% honest with you, you've
been the whole time.
Anybody that hates Taylor Swift,
go ahead.
I would never trust them. I would never trust them.
Why? Go on. 100
because
million
she is the most genuine person, and I only know her by what I've seen. I don't know her personally.
We don't know. Come on, kid.
I don't know her personally.
Not yet.
But as far as I've seen, with everything she's done, as far as her charity work, her the voting time, she was in the hospital with kids with cancer earlier this week.
Yeah, it was all over TikTok. I saw it.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and the conservatives say, oh, that's just a photo op. Like Donald Trump served fries at McDonald's because Kamala Harris says she worked there when she was a teenager.
By the way,
are you freaking kidding me?
You know they closed that McDonald's the entire time. Like it wasn't.
It was of course. There was all actors in there.
It was all his people coming around. It was so funny. But I don't want to go there.
But what I'm saying is, Coño, where was I going?
I don't know. You were destroying the conservatives about Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. Just because she endorsed Kamala, immediately everybody cut her off. And to me that was, and you know what? Enough for nothing. I won't lie. I'll say it too. Say it too. Growing up, I loved wrestling. I loved wrestling.
Come on, let's go. But don't you dare, you son of a, don't you take me down this rabbit hole. Go stick to Taylor Swift. Stick to Taylor. Because if you go down a wrestling rabbit hole, we're finished.
So many T-shirts, and my mom was poor growing up. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s, like we were poor. I ripped, dude. I loved Hulk Hogan.
Do it.
I loved Hulk Hogan. I worked out because of him. I started doing push-ups and sit-ups at early age.
I need a picture of you. Do this for me, and then ready? Go for it.
What am I doing?
Just go like this, like a. So I can put it like on a thumbnail or something. I could screenshot it, like you're Hulk Hogan. Go ahead.
Like I'm Hulk Hogan. Yes. I'm not going to imitate Hulk Hogan.
No, don't rip
Fuck
it.
Hogan.
Fake it. Or whoever.
I could do Rick Rude. I like Rick Rude.
Rick Rude, go for it.
I don't got a robe.
Oh, that's right.
You want a thumbnail?
All right, please go back to see her doing it again. No, here. Go back to Taylor Swift. No. We can't do it. Wrestling is another pod. We're an hour and 11 minutes in.
And that's incredible. But I don't think conservatives.
An hour 11:43. There you go. 1:43. I snuck it in there.
I don't think they'll vote for her. A Republican would not vote for Taylor Swift, even if they're Swifties, just because
enough of them would.
Unless she runs as a Republican,
she won't.
Then no, of course not. She never will.
I think in private, enough Swifties, like especially the women who are like, you know what? Again, with these Republican men who think they could, you know what? It's about time I give her a shot. And they're going to see that she's married and has kids, essentially. You're talking about 8 years from now or something like that. I push it to 2032 because I truly think that even if something happens to Trump, God forbid, you know, like health-wise or whatever, I think the Republicans will hold a stronghold, and they probably would win even the next election, even if it was J.D. Vance, because the Democrats don't have anybody to put up there. MSNBC's trying really hard to groom a bunch of people, and I've been watching it, and every time it's like,
you know,
they're all terrible. Everyone.
You know what? Look.
But go back to Taylor Swift.
Like I said,
you wouldn't vote for her, right?
I'm not going to vote for her because she's Taylor Swift. I will vote for her because she has a plan to bring the country forward.
What I'm saying to you is, go back. I'm pulling back what I set up this whole thing for. You ready? That's how we've been voting for the last 20 years almost, or whatever, is people we like. And essentially, enough Republican Swifties are going to say, I like her better than him.
Yes, and that's fine. Look,
and they're going to vote for her.
I could speak for myself. I could only speak for myself.
Hold on. You are a fanático oficial de Swiftie. Habla español. Go.
All right, coño, here we go then.
No, I'm joking. No, speak English, please. Say your thought.
Let's see. I liked George Bush Sr. I liked Clinton.
I
did not.
You didn't vote for George Bush Sr. though.
I did not. I couldn't vote. I was too young.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's right. Wow, George Bush Sr. was that far. Yeah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, because that was in
92. Yeah, or whatever. 80s. What?
No. I remember I was in high school when
George Bush Sr. was voted in 90s or 88. I don't know. I think it was 92, maybe. It was 92.
Yeah,
it was 92.
I was in. I think I was a senior in high school.
Or you're right.
A sophomore. But
go on.
I didn't have no beef with him. Clinton, I didn't have no beef with him. George Bush, number one.
You had beef with him. Please stop it.
Well, I got a very specific reason.
But I don't want to go down that road.
I could freaking prove it easily.
I don't want to go down that road. We can't. No. Keep
yeah,
keep
no,
going.
that'll be another episode in about, let's say, 9 months or so.
No, how about 9 years? Because that'll instantly get us off of YouTube. Nope, move on. Nope, move on.
All right.
Right,
So,
you said George W. Bush, and then you went, bye, and then the algorithm went. Hold on.
What did he say? Did he say 9/11?
There we go. Yeah, we don't talk about that on this because YouTube will destroy us. Literally, that's a topic we cannot talk about. Sorry.
yeah, and nobody could talk about it.
No.
And it's a shame because it's
Maybe on our Patreon one day.
yeah, I will freaking do it just for that subject.
Paid content. That'd
And
be kind of cool, right?
Dude, I got well over 500 hours studying that whole thing.
I would love to do a whole thing. I'm obsessed with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Move on.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. We can go for hours on that, but that's got to be paid content. We'd get run out of YouTube.
Yeah, and
We'd get run out of YouTube. Trust me. That's one of
Yeah.
the topics. That and the other guy with the weird mustache, from Germany. We don't talk about him. We don't talk about Bruno. Sorry.
yeah,
But go on.
yeah, but his counterpart is going to be president soon.
Oh,
So,
here we go. But but do you see how liberals messed that up? They kept talking to him as he was the guy from, the H word. And he's so tyrannical and all this stuff. And then everyone, 50 million people, 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Well, guess what? 50 million Rogan fans can't be wrong. They heard Donald Trump sound like a regular guy. The way that if you listen to the podcast, which you never would, and that's fine because I wouldn't years ago, I give Joe Rogan a chance. And then the first 5 minutes of the podcast, I'm like, oh my God, Trump sounds like a maniac. But then all of a sudden he must have calmed down or the Ritalin kicked in and he became a normal guy.
You see,
And he started talking about boxing and stuff like that. And because he was a promoter, so he knows what he was talking about. So at the very least, if he was faking it, he did it so well. It took him to the White House, my friend.
yeah, I think one time,
Guaranteed.
When was it? I think Biden fell off a bike and Trump called him to see if he was okay. I was like, you know what? That's cool, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Still
That's
not
cool.
a policy thing, kid.
Yeah, no, it's not a policy thing, but God, I mean,
You can't be down the middle if you can't. Half of if you're down the middle, then at least half of their things you agree with. You gave me one.
No,
and it's not even.
I don't got to be down to me. That means if I only agree with one thing, that means, in my opinion, the rest of your stuff is bullcrap. That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
There's only the issues that are on the table. You're not voting for issues that don't exist. The truth is not an issue. So if I say abortion rights, if I say immigration, we're talking issues. This is the problem with our country. You're talking about the truth. Politics is not about the truth. Politics is about running shit.
The issues.
They're about issues about running shit,
Right,
not
okay.
the truth. The truth is not tangible.
So let's say this. You say immigration
It's
and
a
abortion.
perception.
Immigration and abortion.
Right.
Where am I in abortion? I say women should have the right to decide what to do with their own bodies.
Like a Democrat. Go on.
Immigration. I believe everybody should come here legally. I believe everybody should have the opportunity to come here legally.
Okay.
Because this country was founded, say it with me, as you would say.
This is an altered Democrat argument. But how do you feel about deportation?
Deportation, I believe, and this is the tricky part for me. And
Stop me if you don't want to talk about this.
I'll talk about it. I have no
We're the
issues with it.
Gtalk. This is a safe space, my friend. I will never hold this against you. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I know people, lots of people, lots of families that are in this country undocumented.
I mean, I almost said in a particular town that we might live in. I know a ton. I banked a ton of people.
Yeah, and
constantly we call them W-8s. It's the tax form you have to fill out in a bank. When you can't, you have to bring like a driver's license of something. You know how many Utah, Washington driver's license I've seen? Oh my God! I'm like, really, Carlos, really? Like we're really doing this today? You went to Utah? I mean, come on. So go on. Yeah, there's a lot in there. But guess what? They're working and they're paying taxes.
They are
holding up this economy. I mean, go figure.
Extremely hardworking. Their family values are
through the roof,
uncomparable
right?
to many other I don't want to say cultures, but to many other families. Their family values are.
You could say at the very least, the family dynamic is what keeps them together in a world that doesn't want them.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes.
It's almost. I mean, I'm going to go there. think of African Americans, how they must feel.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, where it's like a world that doesn't want me or is trying to fight against me. I feel good amongst my family, my peeps.
Right.
And my family, like I grew up, my family being my mom, my dad, and my sister. But I started meeting other cultures where family was when you were welcomed in, and you weren't always blood.
Yeah.
Right. Family is la familia. Right.
Yeah.
It was, think about the mafia. I'm not saying, I'm kind of tripping here. It's like family's important. When you don't have much, you
course.
got family. Right.
And these guys are the real deal when it comes to their family.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I heard their stories, bro. I heard their 3-month journey
Oh my God.
to come over here and how scary it was.
The
A
unknown.
man told me, a man told me that at 2 o'clock in the morning, he had to leave to go catch this bus that's going to take him somewhere and to begin his journey over here. At 2 in the morning, he had to go kiss his kids goodnight
Oh my God.
and say bye to his wife,
And he came.
not
He came
knowing
alone.
if you ever come back.
My God. He could have used a podcast. I'm being real. He could have used a hug. Shit.
He made it, and he slept in a 2-bedroom apartment with 10 other guys,
Wow.
all paying about $200 a week to maintain, to keep themselves up, and all his money, he will pay his rent and the food, whatever. Everything else he sent back home.
Right.
And
The only thing he could send home, right?
he learned English. I don't know how, but he was able to buy a house. I guess he, got some legal stuff ready and,
There's ways around it.
bought a house, and he was a productive citizen of this country, along with his people. And to me, that's a real American.
Well, I mean, it will be eventually a real American.
And
they're just a great person. They're a great
they're awesome.
person.
And to have them classified as an illegal, I mean,
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Words matter, and that's not a thing. An action is illegal. An item is illegal. A person's never illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like calling someone Oriental.
He's undocumented.
That's for objects, right?
He's undocumented. That's like calling a black person
Yeah.
That's like calling a Spanish person
Yeah.
And is like, come on, let's
pull ourselves back out here because this got deep.
I'm sorry, dude. It's just
don't
I'll
ever apologize for that.
I'll never forget that man, and I'm
That
not
was
going to say his
beautiful.
name. And I know off the top of my head, at least 20 families like that, and they are the best people. And they invite me to their house. They want me to, go to their cookouts, and you get there, man. You feel like you know them forever. They're like,
and you eat like
yes,
you've never eaten before. You're like, where did you get this food?
You hungry? No. You gotta eat.
Oh,
a little
you're
bit,
hungry.
And it's like, oh, I'm full. They're like, no, you gotta try this.
No.
And,
Here's some more.
But then you got a couple of knuckleheads that drive drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Or do something stupid, and now
they eat a gato, which
yeah.
is ridiculous. So stupid.
So one broken egg in a dozen. Now you're gonna throw out the whole carton.
But here's the thing, and I don't. First of all, never apologize for what you just did. Like, I'm holding back tears, so you're not gonna get me, motherfucker. I can't reach for the poker chips, so I owe you. But yes, and yes. C, and C, right? C, I agree. That being said, you didn't answer the question.
Mass deportation, coño, that's... and
like a beautiful liberal.
And
you made me almost cry, but you didn't answer the question.
No, I did not answer the question. I acknowledge that.
It's a tough.
Coño,
It's
man,
tough, right?
It's tough because I can't. Christ.
Can I help you? Let me ask some questions you can answer, all right? Because
Okay.
I don't want to kind of leave you. It's an hour 24, and
An hour 25. I
we
feel
never-
like we've been talking 15 minutes.
Dude, we didn't even get to Frank's couch.
We didn't get to Frank's couch. Coño, Frank's couch.
It's good. And I have a bunch of G-tabs with some fun. I'd love to end with that. The G-tabs with some fun TikTok stuff.
Okay.
I got it all teed up.
All right.
But, you know, listen, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough to discuss something that we know. Well, we don't know the trip, but we're immigrant families. We understand what it means to be from here, right?
Mhm.
Even though I was born here, I feel like I've been wrapped in that my entire life. That even though I'm from here, I'm not really from here.
Your blood is from over there.
My blood came over on not a boat, an airplane or whatever. And some people might hear this. I don't care. It's just us.
Mhm.
We're just talking. And I see some of the faces. I'm not going to cry. I see some of the faces of these people, and I'm like, I remember being a little kid. Oh, my God. And people like kind of giving us looks when my mom was talking Portuguese in the or broken English in like the grocery store or at the, the Marshalls or even the, like, whatever it was, the Reeds or REEDS or whatever, and trying to get something on layaway or whatever. My mom, when she would write a letter to my teacher, she'd ask me to correct it. I was in 5th grade. She didn't want to seem like she looked dumb. And that she would give any reason for the teacher to think she was stupid. And I'd sit there with Mom, no, you say it this way. And so I know the feeling of not feeling like you're from here. Even though I'm from here. And I see some of the faces of these people coming over. I'm like, yeah, I see how they made fun of me growing up. And I see, like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's
like, and how they would make, and I said, I know, but I don't know, So how do you do that and know how much they contribute and all the people in my mom's factory? My dad used to work there. And they were from everywhere, kid.
Yeah.
From everywhere. This thing here, I got this thing. Where? Hold on. It says Cambodia, because my dad managed all these these Cambojanos, he used to call them. They're so hardworking. Exactly what you just discussed. Great family. They'd come over here. They were very, very, very. How do you say? I don't say well behaved. They weren't kids, but just great energy. Calm, cool energy.
Respectful.
Just
open,
appreciative.
Yes, appreciative.
Like not taking a lot of food at once. You know how I'm sorry.
It's the Gtalk, baby.
Oh my God.
It's the Gtalk.
You know how some people, you go to like a party and they start like, putting all the food on there and they're like the first person. You're like, you don't even know are you just eating all of it? And like there's people back there that might want some.
Yeah.
These people would take little bits of food onto their plate.
To leave for the
and go up
rest.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a cultural thing, you know, and some of them didn't eat very much, but that's besides the point. I want to bring this back and kind of move on. We have to really move on from this. Long story short, you're such a liberal, kid. I'm sorry, you're such a liberal. That's
you think you're
beautiful.
insulting me, dude?
No, and that's my point. Good for you. You are who you are, but it comes blended with something that most liberals don't have, at least the ones that I know, because they're mostly white or they're wannabe. They want to be everyone else. They want to be like you. They kind of want to be like me. They want to have this culture, but they're white.
Mm-hmm.
They're white culture. Like they're vanilla ice. Sorry, kid. So for you to say that you're a liberal and have your background is a beautiful thing, right? Because my conservative friends can't say that either. Because say it with me. They're white.
Mm.
They think I just said they're right. That's what their brain is correcting. But they're white. When you think of white, what do you think of? I'll stop you right there. I'm not going to get you in trouble.
No,
you think of everything else outside of you or people of color, Asian American, that kind of thing, right? And then you think of my liberal friends and my conservative friends for the most part who are white. and proud of it. You should be, right? This whole thing about not seeing color is nonsense. You should see everything. It's all embellishment for a beautiful reason. You should take it in and appreciate it and learn about it, blah, blah, blah. My rant. Whoa. This is crazy.
Dude, I see
Where did we
people,
go?
I see people for their person, the type of person they are, and it doesn't
You
matter.
see them for their culture too. Don't. Yes, you do.
Dude,
And that's a beautiful thing because we should. We should celebrate it. I see you as a Latino, as a Dominican. You're not a proud Dominican?
I am extremely proud Dominican.
So you are Dominican. That's how I see you.
Yeah.
And if you were black, I would see you as black.
Yeah. And would you have
I could never not ever see you as black.
Yeah.
Well, not now. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
No, but what I mean to say is that I know white people, black people, Spanish people, Dominicans, that they are cool whites, cool blacks, cool
Right.
everything. But I know some dickhead white
Of
people,
course.
some black people that I will
Yeah.
never freaking hang out with, some Dominicans
Right.
that I just keep as far away as possible.
And by the way, that's what my conservative friends do on the reverse. They flip that around. I know this many people. They start kind of pulling their list of who they know that's of people
yeah,
of color.
and-
My best friend Carlos comes over all the time, and I'm like, and does he help you in the garden? And it's like, but go on.
But it comes down to who you are as a person, because I'm not looking at you for your culture or anything. I'm looking at you as are you a human person that has
That's
a
good.
heart?
That's
that has
fine.
a freaking heart, and that's it, and that's all I care about. For example, you are a conservative.
I'm not.
I'm calling you conservative.
Okay, I'm not. But go on. You know how I know I'm not? Even if I said I was, my conservative friends say,
yeah.
You're not.
Well,
Trust me.
You see, and this is the thing, because I don't identify myself by your opinion of me.
Right. You shouldn't. You should never.
You know what I'm saying? So when I say I'm down Broadway, I'm straight down Broadway.
You're not, though.
Yeah, no. Once again, your opinion.
But no, it's a fact. You can't be straight down Broadway if you be 50-50. You're
you
not
see-
50-50 on the issues. Frank, you're
no,
not.
I am not fit. I am.
So how are you straight down the middle?
I'm against bullshit. I'm against bullshit.
That's
I
not
hate
an
bullshit.
issue. That's not an issue.
Okay, you like the 2 points that we just talked about.
That's not an issue.
Abortion and immigration.
You still didn't answer the deportation question, by the way. We're about 20 minutes in.
It's hard for me to answer, because the people that are dicks, that drive drunk, that commit crime, that fuck everything up, for the people that come here to work hard and stay here, is like, fuck them. Deport them. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
But that's not the plan.
The KKK, the Ku Klux Klan
That's
over
not
here
the
fucking
plan.
with everybody. I'm not going to fuck around with every white person
That's
thinking they're
not
all
the
the same.
plan, though. The plan by conservatives is...
Yeah, it's to wipe the whole country out.
Right, which is ridiculous. Economically would ruin us, by the way.
And it's
Ruin us.
Again, it's
I'll give you one
so
quick
black
chance.
and white. It's just way too black and white. This is not a black and white issue, man.
Right, but it's presented as such.
Mhm.
The Republicans are controlling the narrative on it because MSNBC and the liberal Democrats, which is whatever, same thing twice, could not take that issue back. They couldn't direct the issue. They lost the power on the issue. So now they're always on the defense on the issue, and there's no good defense on the issue because the issue is not black and white. So when they define, they, being the conservatives, the Republicans, the Republican leadership, all that stuff, they define the issue. And the way they define the issue is what the Democrats are not willing to do. So I'm going to leave that there, but I'll give you one last chance. Is there any other issue? Because you're not down the middle, Frank, if we talk about issues, and that's what politics is, talking about the issues, not truth, that's the stuff that surrounds
you give
it.
me an issue, I will tell you my opinion, and I don't care which
I
way
did.
it goes.
I gave you two issues, and you were both liberal.
Yeah, abortion is, a woman.
What about China?
What about China?
Imposing tariffs on China.
Imposing tariffs on China?
Or the tariffs themselves.
Okay,
Big time Republican thing.
There's always been tariffs. Tariffs
like
always
this.
existed. Yeah, now let's see the impact on what it does to us.
You're avoiding the question.
If you're going to impose 25% tariffs.
Now you sound like you. Go ahead.
And that additional cost is going to come down to the consumer.
It is.
I think that you should probably reconsider.
So you're Democrat on that. Or you're on the Democrat side of that.
I'm on the side that I don't want to spend that much money on my freaking Nikes or whatever I'm going to buy that's coming from China.
It's a Democrat side.
So you're saying that Republicans are willing to pay more for whatever comes from China?
We're not arguing about the tariff. Like, I'm just
The
saying,
bottom line, because
the issue itself. My conservative friends have. Listen, I don't want to go down the road because I'm on your side when it comes to the idea of like I don't think the consumer should be penalized because all the corporations say, oh, that stuff's not about us. We're going to pass it along. The government should say, or Congress should pass a law. The Democrats, if they were smart, say, okay, if there is a 25% tariff, we'll vote for it. But the companies have to pay 20% of the tariff and prove that they didn't raise the prices. That, like a price lock for the biggest, anything billion, 10 billion and up in assets for a company, they have to prove to us that they ate 20% of the tariffs. And then the Democrats say, we'll vote for that. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that sounds fair.
Because 5% is a little bit above inflation, or is inflation.
But
Democrats, I mean, by the way, MSNBC, would you like a show like this? Except in a studio with, what did I just come up with? A pretty badass idea, right?
It sounds reasonable because
creative accounting would screw it up. There's people yelling, they're like, the accountants would get around that, whatever.
But let's say like iPhones.
iPhones, great example.
If you're gonna charge 25% iPhones that are gonna come over here, and now an iPhone goes from $1,500 to $2,500.
You could prove that because you could see the what do you call it, the gradation or whatever, the increase over time. You say, oh, there, you passed as the customer.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's like,
or a car.
Oh yeah, or a car. If it I forgot what kind of cars they make. But
Mazda or whatever.
Yeah.
Which actually 80% of it is probably made in America. Go on.
Exactly, right? But so now it's like, okay, Mr. President, you put this tariff on. Now this iPhone that costs, as an example, just to keep the number small, $100 now costs $200 because of your tariffs. Who's winning?
Well, at the end of the day, big business is winning. Because now, you see what I'm saying? You answered your own question.
Yeah. So
big business is winning. The companies are winning because they're not taking any of the...
Let me rephrase the question. Who's losing?
The companies are not losing.
The people that are buying the product are losing.
It doesn't matter because the guys already voted in, taking all the money. Do you see how this works, Frank?
Yeah, exactly. So
you see how this works? They got into the office, they being the Republicans that got, see, you can't get me. They got voted in. Mm-hmm. Now they're going to go to their donors, right? Mm-hmm. And they're going to give them the promise that, hey, those tariffs, so we can make more stuff here. Yeah, pass it along to them.
And
nice try, right? Because we're all gonna, right? We're all gonna do what? It's 4 years of this nonsense, kid. They got the country. They, the Republicans, they got the country.
And you're okay with that?
Okay with what? I didn't vote. I couldn't vote.
Yeah, no, but in general, 25% tariffs on all this,
No, I think the tariffs are ridiculous. Okay. I think they're stupid, but I just gave you an alternative.
Okay, so
I just gave you an alternative, right? That's a compromise.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a good idea because shit goes up all the time.
All the time. I mean, coffee goes up because of a horrible harvest. I mean, they're having issues with chocolate, cocoa in Africa.
Oye, esa vaina. That's for the next episode. I'll let you know what that means.
Okay, I'll look it up after. But yeah, like the prices skyrocketed for chocolate because of issues in Africa, of the weather and stuff. So it's dumb. But go on. Let's. I want to get to. I want to end on something funny, but go on.
All right. So
again, tariffs. You're on the. So again, you can't be down the middle if there's not one issue on the other side. You can't be down the middle. You're not.
The way you proposed it, that said, okay, if it produces this amount of revenue, then it's 5%.
It's easy. It's easy to track, kid. It's easy to track.
It's very easy to track, especially with a very popular product.
Oh yeah. By the way, an iPhone is like $16.99 or like it's like $1,800. It's ridiculous.
I know, which is freaking
it's like a computer.
absurd.
It's more, Frankie. You can go to Best Buy right now, and for $900, buy a gaming PC computer that would be badass for your desktop, right? For here. But we're carrying around $2,000 little computers that we play Angry Birds while we're on the pooper, and we're hey, the new camera. I mean, seriously, And that's going to go up like 20% or 25%. Come on.
Could you imagine in 10 years it's going to be
My God.
$5,000?
No, in 10 years, it's going to be like a little pill. You're going to swallow a pill, and it's the new iPhone pill, the iPhone P. Just don't pee it out.
Did you just make that up?
I just made it up.
Man, you're good, you. You're good.
Go on, because it's an hour 39. Go, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. We're going to the next segment, folks.
Well played, my friend. Yeah, we'll move on from that. But MSNBC, I want to come back to that another time at MSNBC. I really think they have an opportunity here because they lost the young people to the podcasts. That was wait till you see how I framed that. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh my God. That was magic.
Did you just plan that in your head?
Dude.
You know exactly what I was going to do.
Wait till you see visually what I just did. You're gonna dude, it was brilliant. Okay, I don't have ladies, I got that.
Yo, that's an evil laugh too, by the way, dude. I don't know what the hell you did, but
I feel good. It's an hour 40. It's
an
hour.
Oh,
It's an hour 40.
you know what that means?
It's the hour of love.
Well, no, we got 3 minutes to go.
Yeah,
so.
we do. We got to hurry up. So, but MSNBC lost the young man vote.
All right, so we're gonna skip through
no,
this because
I know. But let me just put a bow on this. We'll come back to it. And I think the reason why is because the stuff up here, like the TV that's always on, I have it in the back. I don't even pay attention to it. And we will come back to MSNBC. I want to talk about a number of things, and hey, maybe one day they would listen. Mm-hmm. But I think taking their programming to another level and having voices on there that maybe can see both sides of the story a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, us, and present a really thorough, thoughtful, authentic, audacious, accessible show. Hey, one day. But let's move on. You want to put a bow on this at all? Can you imagine if we ever worked at MSNBC at night? How cool would that be?
Oh boy, that if they allow whiskey there, I'm in.
Why wouldn't they?
You know what I'm saying? And it's
they probably couldn't.
Well, get it. You then I bet this company will endorse them. Be like, oh yeah, he's gonna drink that. We're talking about this shit. Here you go.
That's funny. All right, this is really. Bro, we barely got to any of this stuff here.
Dude, it happens all the time.
I can't believe we went into the 90s, bro. My God, I feel like, woo. I want to get up. I was just like,
Oh, wow, dude.
Nobody's watching. No one's listening. No one cares.
You're posting this tonight, dude.
So let's move on. An hour and 42.
Hour 40. Oh, so it's the countdown.
It's the countdown, baby. It's 1:42:19. For anyone that doesn't understand 1:43, look it up.
It is the minute of love. That means
hour, minute, whatever. Yeah, it's love time.
It's love time. Yo, talking about love time.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Dios mío.
Gtalk. 1:42:42, kid.
1:42:42.
It's coming.
Oh.
No,
this is it. What happened?
Oh, I went there. Oh, I thought you made a joke. Oh, I could move on. Nothing happened.
No.
3, 2, 1. Hour of love.
Hour of love. Well, it's the minute of love, really.
Yeah.
Coño.
Let's go. Love it.
So the minute of love, really.
The minute of love. Oh, wait a minute. Are you making a joke about my sexual prowess?
That was good. Did you just make that up again?
I just made it up again.
God, yo, you are good. You're good, you. You're very good.
You. The minute of love. That's what I give them.
Best minute of your freaking day.
That's all you get.
Yeah,
and then it's...
All right, so the minute of love is brought to you by
a napkin.
Oh my God! You just hit it again. Can you hit it 2 more times? No, I was talking about. Can you hit the joke 2 more times?
No. We got to. My cheeks are hurting right now.
Really?
My cheek. I'm like Joan Rivers in the 90s. Too soon.
No, probably not.
All right. I don't know if you can see this. Okay.
I see trees.
I know. Shoot. Hold on. can you see? By the way, Gtalk 4 subscribers. Yeah, let's go, baby. Yay. 16 videos. By the way, look at this one here. Look. Oh, crap. We can go down this path. Oh, no. You know, I did some new thumbnails. I tested some stuff out. Okay. I got one on Taylor Swift. It says, is Taylor Swift bipolar or just a genius?
I don't think she's bipolar.
Anti-hero. We talked about the two Taylors in her head. That's kind of like, I'm joking, bipolar, like two Taylors. But I said, is she bipolar? And I have the you got to see it. It's got anti-hero on it.
I haven't seen it yet because I've been working all freaking day.
I know, picking things up and putting them down.
Yeah, this is, I'm my 4th job today. Well, this ain't even a job, really.
Hey, man, I got to go. Got to go work.
That's how it started.
Oh, my God. I'll show it to you after, but here we go. So 4 subscribers. Thank you, subscribers, for believing in us and getting on the gravy train.
Yeah, and
whatever that means.
Appreciate the love.
Early on, because one day, hey, when you see us on MSNBC after midnight, I don't know.
No,
hey.
But MSNBC could come over here. How about that?
Hey. All right, so we're gonna play a little bit of. It's 1:45, so I'm gonna do some TikTok things, but hopefully you could see it and at least hear it. Okay, I have a new comedian that I love, Ricky Velez. Have you heard of this guy?
I don't believe so.
Hilarious. I hope we don't get, because TikTok, whatever. I mean, was China gonna call us? All right, here we go. Let me get it on here. You ready? This is Ricky Velez. He's hilarious.
My favorite thing in the world right now is Facebook, because I get to watch all the kids that ruined my life as a child. I get to watch them as adults have terrible lives on Facebook. And if you don't use it that way, you're up. This one kid stole my bike in the 3rd grade, stole my wallet in the 12th. I get push notifications to my phone. Every time he writes a status, and it's hilarious. I love him, all of them. The other day he wrote a status to his dead dad. Hey, dead dad, love you, miss you, hope I never disappoint you. You, like your dad's up in heaven, like, yo, let me check my Facebook. Like, that's so funny. And if you're not laughing, you write those posts, so f*** you too. No one even liked his status, so I made a Facebook as his dad and wrote him back.
That's good. That's a good one.
Like, hey, it's me, dead dad. Just got back from the Tupac Biggie concert. That was a lot of fun. P.S. You are a disappointment, and Ricky Velez wants his bike back, bitch.
That was genius. That was genius.
Ricky Velez, he's incredible.
I tell you, and you break down a joke.
Oh my God. We got to move on, but quick. Go on. No.
Oh no.
Break the joke down.
Break it down because Facebook is kind of old. His dad kind of, you know, it's kind of this, and he's writing to his dad. So that means he's such a piece of shit right now that he's still using Facebook. So he came back as his dead dad just because he gets the notifications,
so
and he made a profile to say dead dad. And,
I mean, who knows if he did, but it's
no, but that is it's a mindset that is like. Right. You could follow the story, and it makes it hilarious.
It's authentic, audacious, I guess, and accessible.
Yeah,
right?
We'll have to have him on one day.
One day, bro. All right, we're gonna move this on.
All right.
This gives me chills every time I see it. I don't know why. There's something about this. So Vermont. Have you ever heard of Vermont?
Yeah, it's
a state
north of Maine.
Yeah. Well, not technically, it's west of Maine, but
yeah, that works.
That works too. It's somewhere. At least, hey, there's plenty of people in this country that.
But everything is.
We'll leave it there.
Everything is south of Maine, really.
Well, yeah. Hey, Main Street. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. So
he got some reds.
So Vermont, the Catamounts or something like that. Soccer team, the men's team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Cinderella story. It's flipping Vermont. Like, where is there a flat area in Vermont that's not mountainous covered in snow and they play soccer there? Please, enough. So so the University of or whatever it is made it to the national championship. They went to overtime against, I guess, a pretty good Marshall team or whatever. I never heard of the Thundering Herd. Well, I've heard of them, but not the soccer team. This is how it ended in overtime. It's a golden goal. Means first goal wins. Here we go.
Center back will blast it long and ask Kissel to get in a foot race with Bamford. Kissel may win, and he does!
I just got
Can he win
tingles.
the national championship! 1v1 against Yannick! Oh my God!
Saved it.
Imagine being that kid. No, he didn't save it. He kicked it right by him.
Okay.
You can call them national champs for the first time ever.
Watch.
National championship.
He kicks it right past him.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Don't call them
I'm
Cinderella.
tingling right
You
now.
can call them national champs.
You like soccer?
I love it. And the fact that kid, it was any soccer fan, I'll say this real quick, we got to move on, but any soccer fan understands what happened there. It's kind of miraculous. The defender was in front of him, and somehow the defender didn't kind of box out. And kind of, at the very least, if he got the ball, he should have boxed him out towards the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
And the sideline, and he didn't. And in a long ball, you want to angle the guy towards the sideline. So if that happens where he gets it, he can't cross the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
That was a miraculous thing. Any soccer fans, please, in the comments. And then to do that to the goaltender?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, and the goaltender's like, no. He's like, it must have been slow motion for the goaltender. I get tingles. This is the 5th time I've watched this. I get tingles in my legs every time when the announcer's voice goes, and I just got tingles now. And the goaltender's like, no. Bro, it's so cool. Did you not? You're not into it. Okay, it's all right. We'll move on.
The Dominicans don't have a soccer team, so
You're like put Robinson Cano in there and
all right, like the way this
look at
looks.
this one. Hey, it's you working out, right? Is this you?
You got 3 plates, 4 plates.
I can't. YouTube would. I just realized y'all gonna make. It's DMX. YouTube might make me take that out.
Yeah.
But the reason why I put that there, it's a big dude. But
Yeah.
I wanted you went right to the. It's so funny. You went right into it. I love it. You went and you counted the plates. You're such a dude. I love it. You counted the plates. I tested you. I got you. You counted the plates.
Yeah,
So did I. I did the same thing, bro. I did the same thing. I'm like, whoa, 4 plates each side. So are those real plates? Because the 35s now they make them. Sometimes they're the same size as the 45s. Have you ever seen that?
I have
It's kinda
not,
crappy.
and I would not go to that gym if they did that.
Garbage.
I would
right?
not go to that
Or
gym.
Like the thicknesses of them, it's garbage. So, but that's a lot of weight, right?
Yeah, that's 180
Granted,
pounds
I know
on
it's
each
not a
side.
bar. I mean, but dude, that's still tough.
Yeah, no,
That's still
dude,
tough.
That's 180 pounds each arm.
Each arm, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
And he's. I can't do it now because of DMX.
He got to weigh at least 250.
If I play the whole thing, see if I could. Hold on. I don't know if I
Yeah,
can.
let's not risk
Yeah.
it because I like this pod.
You got it. We're at 152, so we have time.
152. Go on you.
This is for me to tell my friends, I don't know, whatever, former coworkers. I bought into Dave Portnoy. I get it now. The whole pizza guy, the Barstool Sports. I'm a better person now that I've watched enough of these things. This guy reviews pizza all across the country.
Oh, yeah.
He's a kind of a big sports guy, a Boston guy, Barstool Sports. It's actually an interesting follow online. But this is Dave Portnoy with one of the highest scores ever. I don't know how much of this I could play, but
Say this is the best pizza not only in Jersey, but like the world. That's how highly people think about it. On the pizza app, it's got 1 billion reviews, and
watch how he eats the pizza.
if you know how I like my pizza, this is how I like my pizza. It's an A+. This is a sexy.
He rates them like 8-1,
girl
7-6.
or guy shaking that ass walking down the street. That's how this pizza looks. Straight out of the oven, so I don't want to burn my face off. One bite everybody knows.
Did you hear what he said? One bite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
Okay, one chance.
One bite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the rules.
Zero flop. I mean, absolutely zero flop. It is molten lava, and I know I'm going to burn the top of my mouth to absolute smithereens. That's the cost of doing business.
Pizza looks good,
One
right?
bite, everybody knows the rules. I already know this is above an 8. It just doesn't get to a 9. I'm going to start. I'm going to be fair, but I know. I just know.
Spoiler alert,
I've
it
done
does.
3,000 of these. I just know.
bite.
The undercarriage to die for. Very
To
cheesy.
die for. One bite, everyone knows the rules.
Is it the best pizza I've ever had? It's 100% in the conversation. It is 100% in the conversation. This is spectacular. This is a 9.4. It's a 9.4.
He gives it a 9.4. We got to move on. But this is like huge. Millions of people listen to Barstool Sports. They listen to this guy. Kind of. The reason why I bring that up is you don't think the flippin' listen to us? Yeah, I mean, come on. Look, listen to this fucking guy. You know, it's like, the 8-4, and, look at this undercarriage. Everyone knows the rules, all right? Everybody knows the rules. One bite. By the way, it's a joke. He's being sarcastic. Do you get it now?
I thought it was a one bite rule, but it was so good that he kept eating.
No, he's being sarcastic.
Okay.
And it's actually, I love how you think, I love how your brain thinks. That maybe that's a subtle way to give them props, even if it gives them a shitty score, right?
Yeah,
he broke his rules.
Because
right?
if he says it's a one bite rule and he broke the rule, then he lost all credibility with me immediately.
All right, we're gonna listen to Jimmy O Yang.
Oh, I like this guy.
Because Trump is the last one there. I was gonna mess with you, but we'll end on this. Again, I hope YouTube realizes this is a TikTok thing and not from YouTube, and they have nothing to worry about. But whatever. This guy is hilarious. When I'm about to play. Here's the question I have for you and anyone listening.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world is this not a show already? You ready? Here we go. I'll stop there. You get the joke, right? Like
half of someone died in it?
No. The joke about why his mom is always talking about a deal.
Okay,
It's like a stereotype.
Yes.
There's another stereotype about deals. Wink, wink. For other people. But he's making it fun because it's also for his people.
Okay.
It's funny. I don't know.
I get it. Now I get it.
It's always like she needs
Canal Street.
Right. Yes. Like that. Get it?
And if you don't know Canal Street,
then you don't know Canal Street.
Then you don't know his mother.
Jimmy. No, guess how much? No. See, I shouldn't be able to say that.
Why not? It's a joke, not calling him a bad person or anything.
No one's listening.
Yeah, dude, we got 4 subscribers, man. We're blowing
and
up.
I'm one of them.
No, but you know what? I'm not one of them.
No, I can't. Neither one of us can. All right, let's end this here. It's an hour 57.
Freaking perfect.
Let's.
So
we got to play us out.
This. Yeah, we're gonna play out with this thing.
No.
Okay.
I gotta. No, sorry. We got to end out the show. We got a minute and a half to go.
Okay.
I'm going to play us out.
Oh, my God, dude. And I have something so funny to say.
Well, you're going to have to save it for the next one. Hold on. Where are we? How did you think this went?
This is
wild.
It was wild. It was very wild.
I feel good. The 90s, bro. Wait till you hear that.
Coño, this thing went like the stock market, you
Whoa,
know?
like the 90s. Bro, 158.26. I'll give you the last minute. What do you want to say, man? How you feeling? Frank's couch. Last minute. Let's go.
Oh, Frank's couch. Go figure.
Okay, we got to go. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.